I'm mad. Okay, what the fuck we got going on here? Okay. Not good, guys. Not good at all. Not good at all. Like, why, though? Like, it sucks, dude. Why the fuck are we gotta deal with that? Who wants that? Who wants to deal with that? Damn it, YouTube. I know. And I want to read out all these, like, recent comments, too. People saying your Instagram. Plus, you get paid to do it. Look at Tim Cheese. Hello. Everyone's insecure. Some make something out of it. Most sit in the corner crying about their life and putting others down. Exactly. Hey, I'm back. Hey, wow. I've been live streaming. Are you lagging? Or me cannot see you. Goddamn, stream died. How old are you? 22. Hi, what up? We cannot hear you. Sorry. Okay, you are lagging. Hi, what up? All right. What up? What up? Oh, man. I hate when YouTube does that, dude. I honestly cannot stand it, bro. I can't stand it, dude. Oh, you hear that crack? That was a nice crack. But, like, I genuinely can't stand it. So, Jake, did you ask how you can work out without using your cortisol levels? I don't fucking know. I don't know if that's possible. My cortisol is always through the roof every single time I finish a workout, no matter what. Quite literally. It's like the most, like, it's just the most, like, high-sensed motherfucker. I forgot I said that. Or forgot I said Ooh, my arms are sore. Dude, I didn't even want to, like, do the stream that much longer. That's the issue, dude. Now this fucking tripod's all fucked up. Oh, man. YouTube. What did I say this time that made them so pissed off? Thank y'all for the new subs, by the way. I'm not going to complain that we're getting new subs, obviously. And we're doing well with that shit. We're at 8,015. So we need to hit 10K. 1,985 subs. 1985. What up? Welcome. But I do think it's kind of BS, right? Which is okay for me to think. That, like, they just fuck over my stream every single goddamn time, bro. I think that's dumb. I think that doesn't make any sense. And it really is not optimal when we look back at, like, life. You feel me? You know what? We got some more people in here. Let's just continue on the stream. And let's just get going. Okay? Can make this work. You have apps? Can you stream be milking? What? I agree with junk. What? Put on sure, buddy. Ben Smooth, are you? No. How old are you? I'm 22. Thank y'all for the new subs, though. Let's go. I'm back. Fix that damn light, boy. Okay, what the fuck is going on now? Quick flex. Trying. Oh, man. Got some work to put in. Not the other kind. Spider on your back? Nah. Hell yeah. Thank y'all for the new subs, man. Let's try to get to 8,100. Can we do that? Look like Jim G's not gonna lie. I don't know what that is. Can't see nothing because the light's broken. Can you help me get like that? Yes. You can join my Discord. We got 15 members in there, or DM me on Instagram, Linktree, and YouTube bio. We got hella, options. But yeah, I'm a coach. I'm in the 20s, boost testosterone naturally through diet, lifestyle, and training. Should I take breaks on certain days where I don't work out at all? My opinion in the beginning, don't focus too much on rest, even though rest is obviously very important for working out. I would say a good rule when you're trying to just be consistent is just do 6 training sessions in a row, and then once you do 6, then you can earn your rest day. Okay? And then, the more you do it, the better, and the more rest days you can have. But in the beginning, you don't need to worry about rest days. Like, I remember, like, this one dude was like, I'm going to start working out, and I already have my rest day on this day. I'm like, you haven't even touched the gym yet. You shouldn't be worried about when your rest day is. You just shouldn't, okay? I'm sorry, but you shouldn't, okay? Because this is not, like, you're not in that mentality yet. We need to figure some other stuff out first. What the fuck, guys? Flex. Favorite food, steak. Hi, I've been doing pretty good and working out thanks to you. I've also chose to get into calisthenics. Hell yeah, love that. What up, Flex? Bro should blast gear. No, I should not. Stay natty, boys. Ugh, are you bald? Nope. Damn, boy, strong. Hell yeah. Straight up fucking diesel. LMAO. I work out a lot, but I smoke too many. What? Look, bro, just keep working out. Try to avoid smoking less. Sup? What up? What up? What up? Welcome, welcome. Hell yeah. I'm literally taking notes right now. Well, I'll give you the 3 pillars. High intensity training, animal-based diet, so steak, fruit, raw dairy, and then nature and sun. So getting out and, being a normal human being in nature. Avoiding low-test activities like watching screens, doing drugs, eating shitty food, and doing more high-test activities like going outside, going to the beach, going on a hike, and sprints. You know what I mean? Should I honestly be how strong you are? What? Love you, man. Chicken is a great source of meat. I think chicken's okay, but steak is always gonna beat chicken in every single aspect, no matter what. I would up. No added sugar. No sugar. No sugar over here. You know what's funny though? I'm having some different thoughts about natural sugar. We all know processed sugar is full of shit. And we know most natural sugar isn't put in most things. But there is a part of me that thinks natural sugar might have some good health components to it. Natural sugar, I mean, not processed sugar. A lot of shit's processed, so I'm not. But again, you could still get that shit from fruits, and you know what I mean, But that's a whole other experiment I'm diving into later in life. You know what I mean? Going to the gym, getting muscles is too good, but also don't waste the muscles learning any martial arts is good Muay Thai. Exactly. Always learn martial arts with your lifting weights, I think is important. Going to leave so I can be normal human being, so bye. How about Acid? It's okay. It's probably not great in the USA. Especially Acid bowls are filled with all this shit. Think Dolphins going to be the Super Bowl is true? No. What's your suggestion on best leg routine? Leg routine, squats, and then leg press, and then leg extensions, hamstring curls, and then wall sits with a weight on it. You eat chocolate? Nah. What up? 100 push-ups a day, help me with calisthenics. Hell yeah. Do you have a girlfriend? Single? I love you. What up? Hi. Bench for legs, probably. Haha. How to deal with missing friends who are in college? Make your own friends, honestly. There's really no other option but to quite literally make your own friends. You know what I mean? If you're in college, you make friends of your own, and there's different strategies to do that. You can watch the video I made about tips for college. But if you're not in college, then you just got to start making new friends. I mean, they're not going anywhere. They're not coming back. I mean, they're in that environment now, so you have to meet new people. It's kind of like the way that the world works. Unfortunately, not a lot of people like to talk about it, but it is true. What up? What up? Kraken voice. What up? Mine is 860. I mean, you're strong. Thank you. You eat pie? No, I did not. It sounds like anger gave you the drive and dopamine gave you the excitement, but neither really gave you stability. Maybe inner peace comes from something that isn't based on emotion at all, something steady. Well, I don't know if. Here's the issue. I don't know if I'm necessarily looking for internal peace right now. Because internal peace just kind of looks like me playing video games all day, smoking weed, and eating shitty food. Because that sounds peaceful to me. You know what I mean? Like, I won't have internal peace when I have to, like, do a heavy set of dumbbell press. There's nothing internally peaceful about that. But I still am going to do it. So, I don't really know. I don't really know if that's like necessarily a goal I should even be going for, like internal peace. I don't know one successful person out there that has internal peace. Like does Michael Jordan have internal peace? Does Steph Curry have internal peace? You know what I mean? Like he's trembling. No. I tore my tricep ego lifting. Well man, I don't know what to tell you there, man. You know, ego lifting is definitely not something that's easy to navigate because we all want to hit heavy lifts. You know what I mean? It's at the end of the day. But tricep, bro, that shit's difficult. You want to try to navigate how to not get injured like that on the real. You natty, yes. You're built, twin. That's impressive. Thank you. The life goal is to never stress. Okay, I'm being serious. I don't think that's a thing. Who on earth has a life that's not stressful? Seriously. Like, do your parents have that? Do you know some, like, teacher or, like, coach? Like, what adult in this world has a life that is never stressful? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because it just doesn't seem like that's the reality. Like, it doesn't seem like you can have, like, a family dynamic without having some sort of stress. Like, there's going to be stressful times. Like, no matter what, that's how life works. Right? What's up from the Guam? What up? Bro, my shoulders are killing me even after working out. Stops my shoulders popping. This shit hurts. Yeah, bro, shoulders, you got to be very careful with those too. I'm not going to lie. Shoulders have a lot of ligaments in them, so you got to be very careful. Make sure you're doing hella, like, shoulder, like, recovery shit. You know what I mean? Hanging on the bar is really good for the shoulder as well. Hi, what up? Tearing muscle is one of the worst experiences besides breaking your bones. I tore my quad playing soccer, and it felt like my leg was on fire. Yeah, tearing your muscle sucks. But sometimes it could be good because it just teaches you how to train properly if you hurt yourself from improper training. But also, no, all injuries always suck. And that's what I'm saying. Like, they're unavoidable sometimes to a certain extent. Like, eventually, I mean. Like, obviously, they're avoidable in the short term. But, like, if you're going to be training for 30 years and you're not going to have one injury, like, that means you trained really, really, really coordinated, specific, and didn't have any mess-ups. Like, it's very difficult for someone to train 30 years and not have one tweak, one injury, one thing. So it's all the time. Worst part is I'm catcher for a high school team. I'm 13. Like I said, no kids allowed, but if y'all are on your parents' accounts, this is what it is. People who live off the grid don't stress. They don't stress or they stress less. Because they're still stressed, like we need to get this amount of coconuts to the village before sundown or we're not going to have enough money to, like, feed our family. But I think it's a lot more chill, but I don't think there's, like, zero stress. I still think there's, like, some sort of stress. Because if not, then, like, what would get them up in the morning? You know what I mean? Like, what would get them to want to build that shelter? Because they're stressed out that, like, it's going to be cold. Like, I don't know. I feel like there's always some sort of stress. The real stress is finding Batman without getting arrested by some... Okay. I'm getting sick and started getting chills. They just won't stop popping. I'm pretty sure it's from inactivity. Well, bro, you got to be more active. And also hang on the bar. I think that really helps with shoulders. My plant systematic professor was the most unbothered person I've ever met. Bro was peak bliss. I don't know. See, Eve, okay. I actually think this is kind of a cool conversation. You guys meet those people that we think are pure bliss. I always, always, always try to closely analyze, like, where their crash out was. And I noticed that every single person that seems to come across as pure bliss still has that ability to crash out. I promise you. I promise you. It just, you need to say one thing, a specific thing, and I promise you, it'll like, I promise you guys, okay? Like, yes, there's obviously people that are more zen than others, but that doesn't mean that that extremely zen person doesn't have things that make them stressed out. Like this one yoga teacher I remember, because like my mom, like, you know, she did yoga and I went to a couple of classes. I remember the yoga teacher was so like, you know, like non-zen, non-stressed or whatever. And then I remember she like forgot my name or something. And then like 2 weeks later, like apologized, like, I'm so sorry I forgot your name. Like I've been thinking about it. And I'm like, aren't you a yoga teacher? Like, why the fuck are you overthinking forgetting someone's name? That okay, let's slow down for a second. Can we point out what just happened? This person that I'm assuming is all zen, all non-stressful, yoga, blah blah blah. My world is peace, my brain is peace, is bothered for weeks that she didn't remember my name. Uh, you know what I mean? And you don't think she has customers and she's not like hoping that they come back? Like, of course she's stressed. Even as a yoga teacher, she's still stressed. She does it 5 times a day. She's probably more stressed than anyone if she doesn't do it. And this is my point, is I think those people that try to go for like trying to be a non-stressed person, pure bliss, I think they avoid real life to a certain extent. Not always, but sometimes, and it's like they end up screwing themselves more because one thing like fucks up their zen, and it's like now they're not in peace anymore. It's like, isn't the guy that's more in zen like the guy that's like gone through like a shit ton of like war like shit and like, you know, been like through it, like, because he's just used to like extreme combat, that he's desensitized to it. Like, who do you think is going to be more zen when an intruder comes into a restaurant and tries to shoot a bunch of people? The war veteran that's, you know, been in the war for 20 years and was like the commander general, or the yoga teacher? Who do you think is going to be more stressed? Who do you think is going to be more scared? Like, I think, I'm telling you right now, I think the yoga teacher is going to be more stressed, even though she's been in pursuit of not trying to be stressed her entire life. I think she will be more stressed than the person that doesn't give a fuck about being stressed or not. He's just a war guy, and he's just desensitized to it. But, like I said, thank you for the gift, by the way. What's going on? Oh my god. All right, doing push-ups now, Jakes. Of course. Happy to help. Screw school teams, join the rec league. Exactly. Google told me to do shoulder exercises. Hell yeah. Of course, you should be doing it. What's going on? Nah, I would never try to ruin this man's chill. I never missed a class. It made my week. LOL. That's what I'm saying, is like, that means that there was ability to ruin it. I don't think it's possible to be fully zen. It's not never stressed. Me neither. Rate my lunch during school. I eat meat like chicken or steak. Not really pork guy. Fruit like grapes, strawberries, etc. Vegetables, cucumbers, carrots, seaweed, yogurts, and sometimes rice. That's fire, dude. Keep it up. Hello from Israel. Is there any hackers in the chat? Probably. We are watching from... Okay. What's going on? Oh, yeah. He was mad, shielded, but it was a nice change of pace, yeah. It's more of a disassociation. We unplug from reality because when we tap in, it's like walking into a submarine with red lights and scream sirens going off. Yeah. Come here, the fucking general. Hi, what up? Finna sub. This shit is good advice. Thank you. So yeah, that's what I kind of got for you guys. I don't really think I have much else to say. The stream wasn't supposed to go as long as it is. Okay, I don't know why we're saying that. How was your day? It was good. Do you eat chocolate or no? Not really. If I do, it's like pure dark chocolate. That's the issue, is like the only chocolate I can really eat, it's like healthy for me, is not good tasting. So there's really no like, I don't know. Yo, Jake Steaks, what's your name? I know you, my guy. What up, what up? What do you know me from? Or like, you know me from YouTube? You can vote for something real quick? Or yo, can you vote? Okay, is there more hackers in the chat? Yeah. Are you vegetarian? Hell no. Which channel word tune should I draw? What? Gonna aura farm using calisthenics during school, but I'm low key trying to eat. Become a running back football, so I gotta eat. Yeah, you do. Running back's gotta eat a shit ton. Running back's tough, dude. Unless you're like, you just love like fucking just like action and love just getting in there and just, I don't know. Like, running back's always going to get the most beat up every single time. Sorry, Jake. I hate dark chocolate. Yeah, I'm not a big fan, too. Hey, what up? It's been a while. What up? You look like you're 41 but 19. I only eat dark chocolate. Hey. I used to live in your basement, man? Okay, what the fuck? How old are you? 22? More hackers, what up? Favorite game? The game of life. I know how to make my own YouTube. I barely post on my YouTube channel. How old? I'm 22. What do you think about all the drama happening right now? Drama with what? Wait. There's like... Are you 22? Yes. Like, oh. I mean, I don't really know. I think it's, another thing for people to complain about. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's interesting how many people are bothered about it and their best solution instead of like, okay, this is an issue. How do we fix issues? Gain influence, try to get a bunch of people to, change a specific law. No, what we're going to do instead, because I don't have any money, is I'm just going to make a poster, right? And then go scream on the street with a bunch of other people because that will make change. That's the thing. Is like, that's the issue. Like, regardless of your political views, we don't even actually need to talk about that. I'm more talking about your guys' solution to disagreeing with politics is to go out in the street and put posters and scream. That makes no sense. Like, I understand being like, I don't like this. I'm going to gain influence, make money, so then I can actually go into politics and make a change, okay? I understand that. You could be whatever political opinions you want. That's more logical than humans that are choosing to go out into a street and scream random words for no reason. I never understood that one. I really didn't. How you been, dude? Been good? You nice question. Like, okay. Yeah, not into furries. What the fuck? Another thing Trump haters to complain. Well, yeah. And also, it's just like, I mean, like, when you actually look at what's going on, like, there's no, like, oh, this is clearly the correct way that things are playing out. It's like, fuck all of it, okay? That's what I think. I was saying 100 if you bank, you believe in God. Maybe inner peace isn't about feeling calm. Maybe it's about being in control of your drive instead of being driven by anger or validation. Well, the thing is, like, how the fuck do you have that same, like, extreme amount of drive how do you get like the goals you want without that anger like drive? Like how do you do that? Please don't talk about me because if you want to talk about me, I'm gonna end up throwing up. What bro's profile? I say what? My high school had ice protests. It was so weird. Yeah. Do you play any sports? I played football, basketball, and lacrosse in high school. The Jen's problem solving skills are ass cheeks. Well, it's funny. It's like I'm gonna keep it real. Some guy made a very good video about this, but like you can see in the protest, they think they're in a movie. It's like honestly kind of like they think they're in like a Disney movie. They're like and like they're getting like an ego from it. Like they literally think they are in a movie, they are in a movement, and they are like a superhero. And I'm starting to realize like every human gets an ego from something. I get ego from lifting weights, making money, like helping people, being awesome, trying to help other people be awesome as well. They're getting an ego from like I don't even fucking know. I don't even know. It's odd. It's very odd. But they're getting an ego from screaming words with posters about political ideologies with no money. These people don't have money, by the way. I don't think you should get involved in politics unless you're a millionaire. If you're fat or broke, no offense, but you should not be involved in politics. You shouldn't be worried about it. You have other things to be worried about than what the fuck is going on in the world. You need to worry about yourself. I'm sorry. That's what I believe in the world. I know it's going to offend a lot of people. My bad, y'all. Sorry. Please don't talk about meat because I'm vegetarian and I'm going to throw up if someone even says meat. Okay, I talk about steak and red meat all the time because I eat 2 pounds of red meat every single day. I eat it raw. I love meat. We talk about red meat all the time. We talk about animal-based foods. If you don't like it, please leave because we talk about that shit all the time. We're going to continue to talk about it because I talk about it and I eat it and I like it and I talk about it because it's good for you. So we're going to continue to talk about it. If you don't like it, please leave because I'm only going to talk about that more. I hope it's understood. I'm only going to talk about red meat, red meat, red meat, meat, red meat, steak, red meat, red meat, red meat, red meat, red meat, red meat, red meat. Red meat is good for you. Red meat is good. I eat 2 pounds of red meat every single day. Steak. Burgers, red meat. That's what happens when someone tells me what to do. Like, I don't know why. Actually, I do know why, but I completely do the opposite. When, like, obviously, like, if a mentor is telling me, like, you need to make a shit ton of money, then yes, I'm trying to make money. Like, I want to be like that mentor that's a millionaire. But if, like, some random motherfucker saying some dumbass shit and, like, telling me, like, oh, like, I think you should, like, chill out or some just bullshit, I'm quite literally going to do the opposite. Like, oh, don't try to touch that basketball rim. Like, there's people around. Like, oh my gosh, now I have to touch that basketball rim. Now it's the one thing I want to do. I will do anything in this world to touch it because you told me not to. I don't, I don't know what it is. This, like, the second you tell me not to do something, I'm like, holy fuck, I need to do that thing now. It's Now, luckily, I don't let it go too far. Someone's like, oh, well, that's the case. Okay, jump off that cliff. Or don't jump off that cliff. And it's like, not like that deep. But, like, if it's, like, has anything to do with ego or pride, oh, my gosh. Tell me not to do something. Please. Please. That's actually going to get me to do something. As crazy as it sounds. Guys, in my town, ICE protest in school is inappropriate. School is for learning, not these stuff. Well, the funny thing about the whole school ICE protest is the kids don't actually give a fuck about any, like, actual Mexicans being taken away from their families. They just want to miss school. Like, they don't actually give a fuck about these people. You know that, right? Like, they don't actually give a fuck about the Mexican kids that are being stripped away from their families. They don't really give a fuck about them. They're like, oh, we can miss school? Okay, cool. I want to miss school. You know what I mean? Because if they really did give a fuck about the Mexican kids that are stripped away from their families, they'd be donating to all the causes trying to help them out. But they don't do that. Instead, they go and scream out into a street and put out posters. That's what they do. Lots of haters and protesters are also LGBT protests against the right. We need Charlie Kirk back. I mean, the new man is here. And his name starts with an N. And his last name starts with an F. And he will take over. No, I'm just kidding. No one will ever replace Charlie Kirk, unfortunately. Just about. People get offended, though. Like, because I've said, like, Charlie Kirk was an annoying person to debate, which he was. I don't care how correct he is. He could be right about everything. I don't give a fuck. He was annoying. Like, there was no denying that debating that motherfucker was not annoying as shit, okay? And this guy got so offended. I'm like, you need to stop having such an emotional, like, connection to these people that don't give a fuck about you, bro. Like, I understand, like, he died, and I'm not going to disrespect that. Like, rest in peace. But you're allowed to comment on someone's debate skills without, discrediting, their life. You know what I mean? I still think they were a good debater. I didn't say they were a bad debater. I said they were annoying to debate, which could almost be a good thing. Someone that's annoying to debate is almost a better debater. So people take that so offensively, which is interesting. Because I don't stick to sides. Like, sometimes people are like, nah, this guy's definitely right-wing. And then I say some shit, and they're like, no, he's not. And it's like, because I'm not anything. I don't like being in these fucking boxes. Get me the fuck out of these boxes. And he was like, Republican or Democrat? I'm like, I'm Jacob Cato. I'm me. I'm nothing. Don't put me in any box. It's not like me and them. Like, the second you go Republican, Democrat, it's like, we need to do this because they're bad. It's like this tribalism bullshit. I don't want to be a part of it at all. Fuck that. Like, every single time someone gets into, like, we good, they bad. You know what I mean? It's like we're natural humans. We biologically are tribal. So the second you put yourself in a political party, you don't realize how much it actually does to your emotions, how you see other people. Like, I've seen really good, sympathetic people have zero sympathy purely because the other people didn't, like, fit their political ideology. And I'm like, do you understand? Like, they're just kids, right? They're kids dying. There's nothing, like, has to do with the political ideology about it. You know what I mean? I've seen people literally be so fucking in motion with their political ideology that they don't feel bad for kids dying because they have so much emotion with their political party. I've seen it on both sides, too. So it's not like this is mutually exclusive to one thing. It's on both sides. And the issue is when you do get too connected to either party, you start to be unsympathetic about humans, and it's not good. Insane. Do you do OF? No. Yeah, maybe need Kurt. You believe in God? I believe in higher power. Don't be talking about animals. I'm literally throw up 8 meat. Well, I eat red meat every single day. I'm crying right now. Are you doing 2 streams because it says you are? No, I'm not. I don't know why it does that. It's because it's messed up my stream. What up? You really look funny. What up? Hi, have a good day. You're the best. Thank you. Hi. Where's the Bolivian girl? She's not Bolivian. Okay, she's Mexican. Which is fun. It actually makes it funnier because, like, we low key, like, disagree about the whole ICE shit. But, like, it's like, the thing is, she's not gonna argue with me about it because she kind of knows I'm right, and she's just like, oh, I don't know, like whatever. Like she just doesn't even want to talk about it. It's so funny, but she is Mexican, which makes it funny, which makes this conversation funny. But she does not like talking about it, which I enjoy. I don't want her fucking being like, what are your political views? I'm not gonna like you if you don't agree with me. She's like, look, I like you, so I just don't want to talk about this because I don't want to like ruin how much I like you, like basically. Oh, heck yeah, bro. Haha. Beat gains up. Exactly. What up? What up? The problem now is that there's a lot of queers act of emotion, not logic. Like you said, they think they're in a movie and it's ridiculous. That movie shit, and it's real. It's so real, dude. You can watch them in the protest because the amount of emotion they have, they're like singing songs and shit. They're like fighting for their life and shit. They're like, you're gonna be on the wrong or right side of history. I swear to God, one of my least favorite things someone says on both sides is you're going to be on the wrong side of history. That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. We all heard that like in 2022 or 2020, you remember? You're going to be on the wrong side of history. No one gives a fuck of who was on what side of anything ever. No one gives a fuck about anything. No one remembers anything about anything ever. So that's all bullshit. Like that was the stupidest fucking thing anyone could ever fucking say ever was you're going to be on the wrong side of history. No one gives a fuck about anyone and their statements ever. Everyone has so many different opinions. No one gives a fuck. Okay? Even if you're the most political, like most famous person on earth, then yeah, maybe people remember if you're on the right or wrong side of history, but at least you're a fucking famous political person. If you're a nobody, no one gives a fuck what side of history you're on. No one gives a fuck if you're on the right or wrong side. No one gives a fuck. No one remembers. The stupidest fucking thing I've ever fucking heard in my entire life. Dumb. 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 Cortisol. Jake Cake. I do that too. Shouldn't. I did hip extension mechanism earlier today, and now my butt hurts a little. But for real though, leg machines at my college gyms went hard today. That's fire, dude. Yep, leg machines always go hard in the college gyms. Please, device is resilience. You never be recruited in a cult. Me? I'd never be recruited in a cult. I'm so happy that you said that. I'm glad I will never be recruited to a cult. Is that like a diss or a compliment? I think it's a compliment. I'm gonna take it as a compliment that I'll never be, recruited in a cult. Guys, ICE was in my town and shot someone. Rebels without a cause. I used to be a Republican and used to be a Democrat. I'm done with all of it. Exactly. That's the move. Hi, man. Maybe the goal isn't to remove intensity, it's to change the source of it. Anger is explosive, but purpose is sustainable. One burns fast, the other burns steady. That. Well, the purpose thing is like I don't it's difficult for me to be like, "Oh, this is like I don't know. I don't know." You're making my brain hurt. No, it's good questions though. I like them. I like them. Nick likes to piss people off too much. His popularity is not going anywhere. Um, I disagree. I think he has the ability to. He has said a lot of dumb shit. He really has, man. He really has. There's a lot of things he said that's like, why do you have to say that? You know what I mean? But it's like, what up? We can't even be the United in the United States. Oh, yeah, never. That's done. I don't know if that was ever really a thing, but it's definitely not a thing now. Hey, what up? Shut up. Okay. Don't do drugs, kids. Exactly. Damn right. Fuck politics. What are your thoughts on people hating on Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl? I have some unique thoughts because, like, a lot of right wing people were like, "Why the fuck is the most American sports event of all time the halftime show songs that not a single thing's in English?" Like, that's bullshit. Which I actually agree with. Like, what the fuck? There's something wrong with that. But here's the issue: is what Turning Point USA's response to it was they got this like country singer to be like, I just want to drink my beer and drive my truck, and I'm just trying to, I just don't want to be in anyone's way, and it's like this like pussy ass like little like if like it was weak. It was weak. It was like They were like trying to like do like this halftime show for like the Americans, and it was just weak. It was like, I just want to drive my truck, I just want to drink my beer. Like it was a weak statement. If it was like, we're Americans, yeah, hell yeah, America, fuck yeah, like that shit, it'd been cooler. But they were like, I just want to drive my truck, I just want to drink my beer. It was like, fuck off. What is like this pussy ass country fucking bullshit? Like, we're supposed to be like strong and like prideful. What the fuck is this shit? So I was not a fan of the Turning Point USA's halftime show that they made for all the right wingers that were pissed off that the real halftime show wasn't in English. Because you know what's funny is that halftime show that wasn't in English, 10 times better. 10 times better. I don't give a fuck if I don't understand the words. It was better. He sounded better. It was better quality, better production. It looked cooler. I don't care. They're out here and they're showing their pride. They're having a good time. We're Puerto Rican and we're proud or whatever the fuck. And yes, guys, I know Puerto Rican still USA citizen. Relax, okay? Not. But my point is that if the USA or Turning Point USA was going to make a response saying, hey, we're going to do our own halftime because this is bullshit, it should have been prideful. It should have been America, fuck yeah, prideful, apple pie, winning at life, we're the best. Not them, I'm a trucker, I want to drink my beer and drive my truck, and I'm not a bad guy, and all this fucking pussy-ass country bullshit. I hated it. So yeah, that was my thoughts. Good question. Justin Bunny, pick it up. What up? Okay. Super Bowl performance was amazing, but his voice sounded really bad. Like, I'm not even going to cap on that. Yeah. But that's the thing is the Bad Bunny performance was better. It doesn't matter if it wasn't in English. It was better. Like, I don't care if it wasn't in English. It was quite literally better. And I don't really give a fuck. It wasn't great. Any of them wasn't great. I don't like watching performances in general. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I like watching sports over performances. What up, what up? There's literally no wrong side of history. Is Jake's takes the next one? No, 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 no. We're too different. We're too different. We had two different life experiences. You know what I mean? He's too into politics. He cares too much about politics. I try to stay the fuck away from politics. I literally actively am fucking avoiding politics. Like, Aikidoing that shit like all fucking day. You know what I mean? Like, I'm actively trying to stay away from fucking politics, and he loves it. He's addicted to that shit. And it's great because we need someone like him, but I'm not gonna be that guy. Fuck that. You sitting there standing, I'm sitting. No one gives a fuck. You tell him, hi, what up? He's reading the comments for like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, is that Jane? Yep. Don't jerk. Says, yep. Hey, I'm here to confirm your appointment with us. You wanted a rain? What the fuck? Did you know Peppa Pig? Okay, what up? What are your thoughts on abortion? I think it's very, very, very difficult to tell someone in the USA what they can or cannot do with their body. Like, it's very, 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 like, it's just hard. Like, with all the rules that we have, it's like you're going to tell someone you have to do this specific thing with your body. And it's not, and the specific thing you have to do with your body is, like, low-key not easy. Like, it's just difficult to tell someone that they can't do something with their body. It's just difficult. I'm just saying. Like, and the truth about abortion is someone's getting fucked at the end. Okay? No matter what, pro-life, someone's getting screwed over. Pro-choice, someone's getting screwed over. Like, there's no winning side to this. Someone's getting screwed over in the end, no matter what way it goes. That's what I've learned about abortion. That's why I always thought it was interesting that people would, like, argue, like, it's a baby. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Like, I always thought both of those people arguing it were unintelligent. It's like a dumb thing to argue. Like, we're arguing stupid things right now. Like, the truth is, it's a difficult situation. The truth is, I think most people don't want to do them, but I also think we live in the country where it's about freedom, and it's about not having the government tell you what you can and can't do with your body. So I think if we lived in a culture where we don't promote abortion, we promote, safe intercourse, actually, you know, being good with our bodies, and, I think we should promote that. But this idea that we just, like, take away a specific right, like, then like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of other things that we should take away rights from them. Like, if we're gonna take away that right, you know what I mean? Then what else can we take away rights from? Like, I'm just saying. So that's where it gets a little tricky. I'm gonna keep it real. It just does. What's up, dude? What up? Sean Strickland. He's reading mine. What up? Can you stick? Okay. Everybody loves you. Okay. What up? Okay. I ain't strong. What up? Word up, big dog. Bad Bunny is just auto tune. Yeah, I'm probably not a fan of the halftime show. The guy looked gay. Yep. Yeah, you look country. No, I'm not country. Not a fan. The halftime show was pretty good. Yep. Or that politics is gonna get all of us. Hi, sad today. Lord, that my grandma died. She was what the fuck? Can you bear down, Chicago Bears, bro? Why do you like? Why do you sound like steak? I don't know. Your mustache hair is violation. Okay. Late stage abortion or afterbirth abortion is the argument. Uh, that argument I'm actually not a fan of too. I always thought like the idea that like the specific state can determine like what time your baby gets to live or die. Like, oh, this state it's 6 weeks, this state it's like 3 months or whatever. I always thought that was bullshit. I thought it should be a federal law. Like whatever the consensus is, it's the consensus all over. You know what I mean? I'm more like think it should be federal and all the same than what the actual law is. I think it's more important that it's all the same than what the actual law is, in my opinion. Obviously, the law is important, but like, I just think this idea that like, oh, we had a baby here, so now it's okay that we give an abortion 6 weeks, but since we had it here, we can't. Like that. That's all odd to me. Potato. Yep. Or well, what? Right? She don't call me baby boo. You gotta find someone else. Galaxy, great. Can you keep it up? Lock it in your pocket. Anger gives instant clarity. Purpose usually starts quiet. It grows when you build around something bigger than your mood. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just difficult to like put like both like, oh, like, well, one has purpose and one has anger. Like I think you can kind of put them together. That's like you use your anger to kind of motivate yourself to get on your purpose a little bit. I feel like we should have American Super Bowl halftime shows. I agree. Can you help me? I want to record myself playing lacrosse, but I can't record it without hold. You have any recommendations? Tripod, or like you can record on Snapchat, like the timer record thing, or you just gotta like low key. If y'all ever want to record shit, you need to learn trial and error. So you need to like put it in 10 different places until you find the spot that works. That's the only way to record shit the correct way. Like literally try 10 different fucking things until it works. Hi, how are you doing? Good. Guys, here you can keep locked in your pocket. Jake, will you ever theology, Max? Theology. Maybe. What up? Hey, what up? I feel like he shouldn't be. You look exactly like Javante. What the fuck? Okay. Well, there you go. I think that's all we have to say. I think we're done. What's your opinion on kids being exposed to predators on safe platforms such as you, robot? The fuck? I mean, I have no kids on my stream. So. Should try. Like I said, if y'all are on your parents' account, nothing I can do about that, but I always put no kids on my stream. So it is what it is. I says trying to get all over you. What the fuck? What gets me upset is that we pay into our Social Security and die before we can collect it. The money just disappears. Your spouse may get one-time payment of $255. I mean, I don't know. I don't need. Is that Bob? That gets you upset? Fuck. Like you need to. I don't know. You need to figure out some other shit. Like you need to make money from other things. Can you tell me where the money goes if not the person who put it in? I don't know. I think the idea that at the age or an older age worrying about like money like $250 given from like the government or whatever the fuck, or given from whoever, your Social Security, whatever the fuck. I think that's insane to me. I think by that age I want to be making so much money that I could literally never look at the price for anything ever again. So like the idea of $250 even making like a thought in my brain wouldn't even be a thing. How do you feel about trans dominating women's sports? I mean, I don't think anyone thinks that's okay. I don't think anyone thinks it's okay that someone that used to be born a man can go into like trans sports and can be a man, transition or whatever and then go into a woman's sport and then just be allowed to and then win. I don't think anyone thinks that that's okay. And for the people that do think it's okay, I actually don't really I don't really I don't really know how the fuck that's possible. Like, how the fuck can you not see what's wrong with that? Like, at that point, you can't really, like, argue or, like, reason with people that think that way. You kind of just have to be like, yeah, like, we're gonna need to, like, put you in a cage and, like, shut the fuck up. Okay? Like, I don't know. I'm honestly, like, when I think back to it, like, the whole swimming incident, I'm honestly genuinely, like, I'm genuinely curious, like, how the fuck no one stopped that. Like, I'm genuinely curious. All right, finally, I got 7 sets of push-ups. Hell yeah, it's fire, dude. Good stuff. People who think it's okay, never played sports. Exactly. Exactly. You're so handsome, thank you. But you want to know something funny? The thing is, like, you know who gets fucked the most? Women. Women get screwed over. Women. You know how many women complained about that girl winning the fucking swimming thing that was actually a guy? And the funny thing is, the person barely fucking won. Embarrassing. So embarrassing. It's honestly disgusting. Like, when I think back to it, like, at the time, I don't care because who gives a fuck? And the truth is, you really don't. Mike Tyson would dominate women. Yeah, of course. Okay. Flex your biceps. They're not looking great right now. We're trying. I'm going for 2 more sets. Hell yeah. You have a girlfriend? Single? How do you feel about... I don't know. But yeah, no, that's stupid. I'm sorry, that's dumb. Like, that's just dumb. I don't even think most trans people think that's okay, if I'm being honest. I'm like, who actually thought that was okay? Like, who was behind that shit? I'm genuinely shocked. No one said anything. No one thought, like, okay, like, this isn't okay. What the hell's going on? I'm being serious. And I'm happy that all those people, like, made fucking videos saying how bullshit it was. And I'm happy that, like, the person got exposed. Because that's fucked up. That's fucked up. Like, and you know what the stupidest thing about the entire thing is? Is you're right. Who said that they don't play sports? They've never played sports. You're so fucking correct. But you know what's so fucked up about it? Is that they'll go, but trans people never get the opportunity to play sports then. They never get the opportunity to feel like they're good in sports. It's like, yeah, so does every other fucking human on Earth. Okay? That's how fucking life works. You don't think when I was fucking too short for the basketball team or whatever the fuck... Actually, that never happened to me. But if it did, whoever the fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just, it happens. That's that, like, I'm, you know what I mean? I'm not big enough for the NBA. That's life. You know what I mean? Like, that's what everyone goes through. So this idea that, like, trans people get, like, this pass for, like, no, you get the same bullshit that everyone has to deal with, which is genetics might hurt you in sports. Genetics might stop you from being the absolute best at a specific sport. This happens to 99.9999% of people. In what world do these fucking people, like, I don't understand. I don't understand. And you're right. You made a really good point. Whoever said that, I don't remember who said that. But whoever said the people that did it are the people that approve of it never played sports, that's so true. That's so true because when you play sports, you understand sportsmanship and you understand respect and you understand that there's a certain, like, integrity to the game. And this idea that, you know, it gets, like, destroyed is it's disgusting. It's quite literally disgusting. I still think back to, like, those, like, Olympics or whatever the fuck, and it's like, how did that get allowed? And, like, maybe I should look back into that because I haven't watched it, but it's fucking so bad, so stupid, so stupid. You know how many men have to deal with the fact that they weren't tall enough to or weren't big enough to play a fucking sport? You know what I mean? Like, you know how many men had to deal with that? You know how many women have to deal with the fact that they're not big enough or athletic enough to play a sport? But these people, because they feel bad, like, fuck that. No, that's the stupidest fucking thing ever. I don't understand how there was any tolerance for that ever. I'm good at 2 things, eating cookies and kicking butts. We all out cookies. It's just kicking butts. Yeah. I don't know why. Stop spamming Diet Joe. Orange Peanut fan. What? I don't know. Thank you all for the subs, though. Bro, just speaking the truth. Of course, I have to, bro, because because a lot of people are afraid to say what I'm saying right now. As crazy as that sounds, a lot of people are just afraid to say things like this. A lot of people are like, I don't know, I don't want to offend people. I was offended by her winning, or him, or whatever the fuck. It winning. I was offended by that. You know what I mean? I'm offended. Not really, but it's stupid. Regardless, it's fucking stupid. I couldn't play football because of... Exactly. You know what I mean? Everyone has to go through this specific time where, like, they don't get to... They realize that they're not going to be a pro in their sport because purely genetics. Like, it just is what it is. That's a harsh reality for that a lot of humans have to go through. And the fact that... It was so stupid. We've been supposed to... You smoking the truth. Truth nuke. You ride dirt bikes? Hi. Michael Jordan couldn't play for his high school team because he was too short. Well, I don't know if it was because he was... I think it was a combination of a lot of things. I think he just wasn't good enough, and then his height didn't help. He was like 5'11" or whatever. Trans in the military was an issue too. I mean, I don't find that as much of an issue, and here's why. Because they're not hurting anyone but themselves. Actually, you know what? No, wrong. They might be hurting the team. But also, don't you need to be a specific like level to get accepted anyway? So it's like if you can pass the strength test, then you're good. What I saw that was dumb was when the military people tried to say like, oh, since women are now in the military, we're going to make like women equipment, like women military equipment. That's stupid. Fuck that, okay? If you want to be a woman in the military, fine. Go ahead, but you have to do every single thing a man can do. If not, fuck that. We're not making the rules easier for you. This is fucking bullshit. That was the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Because the truth is, I don't think women should be in the military. They shouldn't. But I'm not going to fucking change those rules. So instead, how it should be is no accommodations. You either are strong enough or you're not. Okay, that's how it should be. I'm 8'11". How old are you? 22. What up? How can I do first-person recording? That makes sense. Anger can definitely be a spark. I guess the real question is, can it carry you long-term without burning you out? I don't know. I don't think burnout's a thing. I don't think burnout's a thing at all. I think burnout's not real. I go with the Andrew Tate opinion that burnout is not a thing. Burnout's not real. Okay? I think anybody that says that they have burnout are mentally psyoping themselves. Okay? I think the harder you work, as long as you get your, sleep in, then every human sleeps. Like, as long as you're sleeping, then you won't be burnt out. I think every single day you can go harder and harder. That's what I truly believe. I believe the days that I'm working harder, the next days I choose to work harder. So I think it's like a crank, and if you keep on moving, you actually move further. But I also see your point. Like, you can't just be angry, like, as your own motivation for the rest of your life. Like, sometimes you're going to need some different motivation. Like, you look at your kids, and you're like, all right, I got to protect this kid. This last week, one day or something, there was a girl who was that? Just some, girl that I'm vibing with. Having a good time. I have ball cancer. Okay. Let's fucking go. 9 sets of push-ups. Let's go. Good stuff. That's what I'm talking about, man. Keep it up. Andrew Tate. LMAO. Let's go. Andrew Tate. Yeah, women should be able to perform the same standards as men if they choose military. He's a Jew. No, he's not, bro. No, he's not. Y'all don't understand, bro. He's playing chess right now because he's in this weird position where obviously he's got business partners that are connected with this shit. So he doesn't want to say too much dumb shit. But he also he's always went against Israel's regime. He's always said the government, the state of Israel is not good. He's just I don't think we should hate Jews. So I don't think Andrew Tate's wrong for that. You know what I mean? I think the only people that think he's a Jew are people like Sneeko. But the issue is Sneeko is, unfortunately, a woman. That dude quite literally just makes content talking shit about other people. He has beef with too many people. You just, you can't trust someone that has beef with that many people. It just is what it is. Who was that girl you were last week? Like I said, just hanging out. I love how you were talking about your opinion. Business athlete. Do you have age? What happens if you get hit by a car and end up crippled? I fucking hope that doesn't happen to me. That's difficult. That's some black pill you know, scary thoughts. I do think about that, though. I always have black pill, scary thoughts, like what happens if I end up with work, like all that shit. And I guess it just makes you, like, appreciate your life now, you know what I mean? LMAO, delusional. Bro, do you have a girlfriend? Like I said, single, okay? The girl on my stream was just, you know, like, we're just, you know. What up? Hey, bro, can you get a girl for me? No. Here's what I got for you, bro. Do some push-ups, make some money, and approach 100 women. And one of them, you will be their type. I can almost guarantee you. I finally got skinny after being kind of overweight. Hell yeah, good shit. Your crush. But was Kanye right, though? I mean, shit's adding up. Shit's adding up. Hi, guys. What up? Don't hate on everyone's religion. Last week, the girl that was at your house, I think, was your crush. Crush? What am I in, like, 4th grade? Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, I mean, like, what? Where are you? I'm in Arizona. Keep up the good work. I subbed. Hello, what up? You are handsome. Thank you. I don't get this colored pill ideology on my own. Colored pill? Oh, red pill, blue pill, black pill? Okay. I could break it down for you real quick. So, blue pill is basically like this idea that you're in the middle. So, you're a man. You don't really understand what the fuck is going on with dating in the world. You think that, like, everything is, like, normal and men and women think the same about dating and, like, everything's equal and men are equal to women and, like, things are, like, all good and you have to, like, just be nice to the woman and that's how, like, you get them to like you. You know what I mean? It's like you just very basic with your thoughts, okay? These are the dudes that usually get cheated on or left. Now, red pill is this idea that you need to be extremely status oriented, super good looking, you know, have a bunch of money, have a bunch of women around you. Basically, just upgrade your life as much as possible because women only go for the top 5% of men, okay? That's the red pill ideology. Now, the black pill ideology is that you're kind of fucked no matter what happens in your life if you're genetically fucked. So if your genetics are really good, then your dating life and experiences will be great. And if your genetics are shit, then your dating life and experiences will be horrible. That's the black pill, okay? It's the same. It's kind of similar to red pill in the hypergamous sense, but the difference is the black pill has no, like, resolution to it. Like, okay, just got to make a shit ton of money, gain status, you know, become charismatic, you know, get jacked, like all this different shit. Black pill's like, you're kind of fucked. You know what I mean? Now, I think it's all kind of stupid at the end of the day. It's kind of true, kind of stupid, but I think you're better off, like, working hard at your goals than being concerned about, like, these pills. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm really skinny now and strong, and now I cannot get bullied. Hell yeah, love that. We call it African American pill ideology. Keep up, good work. I sub, thank you. Bro is acting so nostalgic right now, yeah. Bro, what's 17 plus 63? 80. You think 12-year-old? No. Like I said, no kids allowed. If you're on your parents' account, nothing I can do about that. The girl at your house last week was probably your girlfriend or your sister. I don't know who your crush is, person. Okay, definitely not my sister. But it wasn't my girlfriend, okay? Girlfriend's like a committed relationship. Just a girl I'm seeing, and we're just having a good time. We're just having fun. Just having fun. 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 Dopamine. That's how you gotta think. Fun. Blew up Chick-fil-A restroom today. Felt bad for employee working around. My man cheated, so I cheated back, and then I threw at him. Yeah, I'm black pill. Yeah, black pill is not the vibe, because the issue with black pill is that it's depressing. And you could be correct about black pill, but you're not getting anywhere unless you look at black pill in the ideology of red pill and, like, improvement. Like, if you look at black pill and still go for self-improvement, that's when the roids come in. That's when the jaw surgeries come in. That's when the height extensions come in. And it's like, I don't know if that's the move. Find a woman who believes in God and follows the word. That's what's important. Yeah. Y'all are referring. Okay. Oh, you think black pill? I'm with you. No, we're not black pill. We're not black pill over here. We're not any pill. We're you know what we are? We're the work hard pill. Okay. You know what? Fuck it. Hard work pill. That's my pill. Hard work pill. I'm writing this shit down. That's my pill. I claim it. Hard work pill. It's the idea that the harder you work, the better your life gets, and all these other pills don't mean shit if you work extremely hard at life and get what you want. Hard work pill. That's the pill. What up? If you answer 18 plus 29, 47. What is black pill? Like I said, black pill is the idea that your life is screwed genetically, or your life is screwed romantically because your genetics are not optimal. That's basically like, so if you're really short and you have like a fucked up face, then you're never going to get any romantic experiences because women are extremely non sympathetic towards, like, women will never like be attracted to a guy because they feel bad for him. You know what I mean? So it's like, the truth is, I don't want to talk about this too much because it kind of is like heated territory a little bit, but like a lot of men really, really don't like women. And like for like an actual like kind of valid reason. Like if you gotta picture it this way for a second, okay? Because I kind of think about like what would happen if I was like genetically fucked. I feel like I would really not like women either, because like if you think about it, it's like I'm told to be all these things. I'm told to be a good person, nice, all this different stuff, and then never get rewarded for it, right? And then you see other people that have some genetic gifts and they're not good people and they get rewarded romantically. That's gotta fuck with your psyche. And a lot of men's psyche has been fucked because of this exact thing. Women not choosing them and choosing someone else even though they weren't the better person. So a lot of men are like, okay, I don't like that. I'm not getting like what, like you have to understand, like a lot of dudes are not getting like the one thing that a dude would want in this world, which is, romantic experience, a woman liking them. So for them, they're starting to genuinely hate women because it's like they're not getting what they want from them. You know what I mean? And then women obviously look at that and go, women don't owe you anything. What the fuck? Women don't owe you anything. And they're going, I'm not saying that. I'm just, I don't really know what's going on. I'm kind of new to all this. And I just am always told I'm hated for no reason. I've never done anything wrong. Like, picture it this way. Like, you're a dude and you've never gone on like a date with a girl, right? And then you see on social media women talking about, oh, I hate men. Men suck. Like, they all are just horrible people. You're just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even know. I didn't even do anything wrong. And like, all of a sudden, I'm like hated for no reason. It's like this weird thing. And then you see women constantly complain about these men, and you're just like, okay, like I'm not doing anything wrong. Like, why am I hated? And then you notice that these women still are way more attracted to these men that they hate, and you're just like, wait, what the fuck? Like, I'm a good person. I'm not getting any of those romantic experiences, and they're getting all of them. Like, that's gotta fuck with your psyche, right? So I think that's why a lot of dudes are starting to hate women. You know what I mean? Now, obviously, how do you counteract that? Cold approach, self-improve, get bitches. You know what I mean? So then you're on the winning side of that. But that's gotta fuck with your psyche a little bit. To like be an actual good human being, like a good man, and not get any romantic experiences, even though you told you were going to. And then watching other men that aren't as good as you, not a good man, an actual asshole, maybe a dickhead to you, maybe he even bullied you. And you see that because he has better genetics and he's actually a dickhead, that the woman that you want is more romantically interested in him and is going to give him better romantic experiences and pleasure and rewards. That's got to fuck with your psyche as a man. I know a lot of dudes don't like having these conversations. Luckily, I had it like 3 to 4 years ago, so now I get girls and I'm chilling. But that's got to fuck with your psyche as a dude. Okay, it's got to. Because it's like you realize like, wait, I'm not, there's no upside to this. There's no like, oh, the good person wins at the end. This is like raw primal like truth. Like, this is as black pill as it gets. You know what I mean? So I understand. I genuinely understand why men have an extreme resentment towards women, especially younger men that don't have as good genetics, because how could you not? I mean, they literally treat you like you're not even fucking human. And then on top of that, you get on social media told how bad you are as a person. You haven't even done anything wrong. It genuinely does fuck with your psyche, and it fucks with a lot of men's psyche. And I think if you as a man don't rebel, you're fucked. You're going to constantly just be afraid to talk to women, constantly submit to them, and let some stupid bitch tell you, yeah, like, he made me uncomfortable, he's a creep, so then you never go approach a woman again. You're going to let some stupid woman tell you that you can never approach a woman again because who gives a fuck what she thinks? Who gives a fuck? You should never allow that, ever. You should always go for what you want. Sorry, that was a long tangent, my bad. Look at Benson Food. Where's your beer? Water. You can always be sugar daddy and be rich as black pill. True, but that's red pill. What up? You're right, Jake. I don't think I look too bad, but the only issues I have about my features is my teeth. They're kind of crooked. Where's your beer? There's water. Lent check. Not on that. Are you in college? Yes. This live is now invaded by Catholic forces. Please not resist. Hi, what up? What up? How are you doing? Good. Not Diaz. It's been a while. What up? What up? Cash man. Good to see you. What up? Busy. Turn to Jesus, brother. Women are for convents. Nope. I'm not in that part of my life yet. Sorry. Hello. How are you doing? What up? Oh. Just came, then heard, what the fuck? I respect that mentality. Pushing limits is powerful. I guess it's just curious. If anger is always the fuel, what happens on a day you're not angry? Exactly. Exactly. That's the best question you could have had. Because it's true. Like how the fuck could you not uh how the fuck can you have fuel when you're not angry? And that's true. That's something that's actually very difficult for me. When I have these high dopamine days where I'm like a lot of fun experiences, I'm less motivated to work. So you're right. Chad dumped them. What in the world? I'm 13. Happy birthday. I shall say Hail Mary to the sake for our brother. Thanks. How are you not Jacob? Okay. How do I get a girl like you? Like I said, you got to get your reps in, man. You got to talk to hella girls. Then you learn how it works, okay? That's, like, the only way. Push-ups, making money, obviously self-improvement in all aspects. But if you get your reps in, talk to as many girls as possible, you're going to learn about girls, okay? Because like I said, I made a video about this. Knowledge does not equal experience. I could tell you all the fucking shit you want, and you're not going to know anything until you actually do it yourself. Same way you could take a driving test online, but then the second you get in the car, you're not going to know what the fuck to do. Because you need to actually, like, on-hand shit. Bro never sent me vid said it. My bad. I'll send him. Hello, that's how you feel, huh? Hi, how are you? Girlfriend? Yes. No girlfriend. Like I said, the girl that was in the last stream, we're just having fun. Just chill out. Seriously, holy fuck. Called you in Arizona State. Hello, Punisher. Where are the flashbacks I was promised? What? Hey, you know, doing good. Just really, what up? I'm going to throw something at my brother because he keeps screaming, hi, what up? I'm a girl. I don't care about reps. Reps? No. What the fuck? This is why, like, women shouldn't fucking, like, even listen to what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm saying men. This is a man's advice. For a man, he should talk to as many women as possible so he learns how they work, okay? And a lot of women aren't, you know, some women are going to be like, no, I don't want a guy that talks to a bunch of girls. Yeah, I know you don't. But the truth is, you also don't want a guy that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing either. And most men need to talk to a bunch of women to actually know what the fuck they're doing. So, I like personality, homie. Of course. Personality is the number one most important thing. But the point is, how the fuck are you going to develop a personality if you can't even talk to a girl? You know, most men have never approached a woman in their entire life. So when I tell them get their reps in, it's so they can actually develop a personality. Most men don't even know how to express their awesome personality to a woman. Some men have great personalities, but they're so nervous to talk to a girl that they'll never be able to express their awesome personality. That's why I'm saying get your goddamn reps in, so then you have the ability to talk to women, so then when you see the girl that you actually like, you can express your personality the great way and have a great romantic experience. So yeah, obviously personality is important. Personality is what's going to keep the girl retained, because, you know, looks is what gets in the door. Personality is what's going to keep the girl to actually like you long term, obviously. But how the fuck are you going to learn how to express your personality and get women attracted to you if you've never done it before? Don't you notice that most men are nervous to talk to women? Most men don't know how to talk to girls. The only way to learn how to talk to girls and actually develop that personality, gain that emotional intelligence, you know, learn how to be non-emotionally reactive, all these different things that women like to make them comfortable and feel safe, and, you know, sing and dance when you're hanging out and all that shit, that good shit, okay? Takes reps. Took a lot of reps for me. I'll tell you right now. But I'm happy with the reps because now the women are so comfortable with me. I mean, you can see in my streams, these women are so comfortable hanging out with me because we have fun. I love having fun. Fun is fun. It's high dopamine. But yeah, I mean, if you genuinely disagree with my dating advice or anything like that, please just watch the last stream with a girl, and then you can make your own interpretations on how good you think I am at dating, okay? You could just make your own, or how good I am at making a girl attracted to me, okay? Because some of the people are going to watch, and they're going to be like, yup, I know. Some people, they don't see it. They don't come to those streams. If you need to look, you can look, then you go from there. Freaking typing fast. Hi, what up? Okay. How do I talk to men? I don't know. I don't know how to give advice for women on dating. Like I said, I only give advice to men. I always thought women's dating was way more luck-based. Because I'm not going to tell a girl to talk to a bunch of guys. That doesn't work at all. But a guy talking to a bunch of girls, perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. I like personality on me. First boyfriend had traumatized me from dating. What called you go? Bro, she's talking about me, a girl. What LL do? I don't know what I'm doing. Yo, chill. Oh, that's okay. What up? I'm alright. Yo, okay. Yeah, I get it. It's okay. Yo, chill. Stop, cuss. There, kids watching. Nope. Oh, God. I'm nervous to talk to women, man. Okay. Wait, I'm nervous to talk to a man? Okay. Yeah, like I said, when women are nervous to talk to men, I don't have, like, necessarily, like, advice for you. Like, honestly, I just think women's, like, dating is way more luck-based. I think that's what I noticed. I noticed, like, men's dating works better when they work hard and they, you know, actually pursue and get results. And women's dating that goes well is almost always based off luck. You know what I mean? Or they say it's like manifestation, when they like marry a rich guy. You know, manifestation starts with like man, because every single thing that they manifested came from a guy. Those are the funniest women. What up? Well, they can leave then. Not this problem. Yep, I'm doing all right, Jake. Ideas, our thoughts are moving me. Hell yeah. Jake's ideas and thoughts are motivating. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. 1,000. I think I might give my brother to you because he. Okay, I know this. Yeah, guys, don't be shy. Talk to girls at the gym. Exactly, guys. Talk to girls at the gym because the truth is, you get your reps in. And I'm not saying that like obviously like some dudes get nervous because like, no, because what if I see her again at the gym? Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Like you're gonna stop these romantic experiences from happening because you're worried about like one awkward interaction? Who gives a fuck? You guys need to stop worrying about being awkward, okay? It needs to stop. It genuinely does because it stops you from doing what you want. Okay, you need to stop being embarrassed, okay? Embarrassment is subjective. There's so many different people that have so many different like thoughts about embarrassment and non-embarrassment. Oh shit, thank you for joining. We got a new member. Let's go. Hell yeah. Thank you for joining the membership Gear Gamer Jonesy. Much appreciated. Hell yeah. It's fire. Good stuff. Hell yeah. Thank you. Good stuff, man. Well, I got to make a membership video as well. And I got a YouTube video tomorrow. We got some shit to do tomorrow. You ever go to... Sorry, let me read all this. That's my bad, guys. But yeah, talk to girls at the gym because, you know, the more you do, the more that you get to know them. And then if they have friends, that you can talk to them. And also, you don't need to, like, ask them for their number. You could just talk to them. Be like, just talk about working out, okay? You're in a place where you see them multiple times. Then you develop a connection, and it's a lot more natural. Then when they see they already know you, you already have a conversation, boom, boom, boom. And then if they are attracted to you during these conversations, then you're like, all right, let's go hang out. Now let me ask you for your number. And then, boom, you go from there. What up, what up? I just came here to say hi, what up? You look like right from Malcolm in the Middle Show. Yep. I think dating is all about making mistakes and learning. Facts. Facts, facts, facts. Or at least that's my life. Yeah, build character. Exactly. You got to build character. Do you ever go to New Jersey? I think a girl is talking to me and won't leave me alone. What do you mean won't leave you alone? What does that even mean? Oh, what up? Boyfriend. You just have blue eyes, blonde hair. What up? Wow, I remember. What up? Oh my god. Hi, what up? Guys wearing shorts. Quit. What up? Nope. How much money do you have made this year? Not enough. You remind me of Cody Ken when he first started. Now he has 3 million subscribers. Hell yeah, it's fire. Oh, women's healing is being in a relationship. Haha. Yeah. Well, you know, like I said, I'm not the guy to give them advice. Hey, bro, how are you doing? Good. Keep grinding, beloved. Hell yeah. Thank you for joining as a member. That's fire. Joined in. Hell yeah. Yes, sir. Let's get it. That's fire. Stay hard. Hell yeah. Why every live stream you have your shirt off? It's hot. New Jersey. What's up, bro? I have been in New Jersey. I have a partner. What up? You ever go to Jersey? Yeah, I've been there. Hey, anything to help out, man. I've been here for a bit, so I'm glad I can help out. Hell yeah, that's fire, dude. Well, good stuff. I mean, you are getting the push-ups since. That's good. That shows you're thinking deeper than most. If your drive changes with emotion, then emotion is control. Real power is having reason to work, whether you're angry, happy, or bored. Exactly. Flex, it doesn't matter how people look. It matters how people's personality is. So, I mean... I would love to say that's true, but a lot of people's lives have said the complete opposite. Okay, unfortunately. Men and women. A lot of men have had to deal with the fact that their looks weren't up to most women's standards. You know? Women aren't as mean about it. Like, a dude will be like, nah, like, fuck that, she's ugly. A woman will just be like, he's not my type. She still thinks you're ugly. It's just you're not her type. She just wants to be nicer about it. She has the same rigid, hardcore, aesthetic rules as you do. The difference is she wants to be politically correct and not be an asshole. So she's going to be like, oh, he's just not my type. Oh, I just didn't feel energy. You know what I mean? When really, there's a lot more to it. Dexo, report that, please. Hi, what up? Where's your girlfriend? Like I said, single. Where's your shirt? Hi, what up? I swear the only relationships I've been in were toxic. I mean, I'm not going to indulge too much in that question or statement. He is in Arizona. I thought, yep, sending the, yeah. Do you have any dating advice for women? Like I said, I don't. Like, I used to give out dating advice for women because I thought, like, they like, first off, I thought they would use it the same way men do, but they don't. They don't. They're like it's never worked out the same way it does for a dude. Like if I give a dude dating advice, there's a chance he'll come back in my stream and be like, "Hey, bro, I'm actually very happy you gave me that advice. It worked. Thank you." Never once have I given a woman dating advice and she came back in my stream and went, "You know what? I took your dating advice and it really worked." Never once has that happened. So, my own feedback, apparently I'm just not good at that shit. You know what I mean? Why would that make sense? I've never dated as a woman. Why the fuck would I know how the shit works? You know, I'm not even really focused on. I'm really like my whole thing is I'm focused on how do as a man do I get the best and most out of this situation? How do I extract the most out of this, okay? And I teach other men to do the exact same thing. The issue is like that doesn't really help women, okay? Like a dating strategy for a woman would be to try to like lock down a guy before like try to find a guy that's has your like attraction that you want while still being loyal, which is basically impossible. You know what I mean? Like so that's why I'm just like I don't even know what the fuck like you know what I mean? Like what bro, women won't listen to you. They don't listen to their men. Yeah, exactly. This is another thing too. Like you guys are acting as if the advice I'm giving you guys are going to listen to. Okay? This is incorrect. Okay? They don't even want to hear it. That's the thing. I've really taken a step back from trying to explain anything to women or try to like reason with them or try to get them to see things the way that I see things. I think that's the biggest fucking waste of time of all time, especially when you're dating a girl. She does not need to know anything about how you see anything. She doesn't need to relate to you in that way at all. That doesn't set up for any better dating. You're not going to get any closer to her because of that. That's stupid. So I do agree. I think telling women what to do is probably one of the dumbest things a man can do in any situation because they will quite literally do the opposite. I'm being so fucking serious. Do not tell them what to do. Like, seriously. Obviously, you know, if you're in a bit of a more intimate situation and they like being told what to do and you guys have agreed on that, that's fine. Okay? But that's more like role playing. You know what I mean? But when it comes to like actual like ideologies, don't tell them what to do. Don't. Like picture it this way. Like I say like a girl's like, "Oh, I hate that my ass isn't big enough." I'm like, "All right, well, start going to the gym like 3 to 4 days a week and hitting legs." And then they're like, "Oh, I don't want to. I'm lazy." You shouldn't be like, "Oh, well, you know what? You have to work harder or you should do this because this, that." No, you shouldn't try to explain it. You'd be like, "Okay." That's it. Like, I don't care. I don't care enough to try to explain why I'm correct. I could be so fucking right. I know I'm right. Obviously, if you worked out more, your butt would get bigger. But my point is, me explaining that shit to you isn't gonna, like, make a fucking difference, okay? So, like, I say it once, and that's it. Like, if like, you know what I mean? Like, the second they give the whole, like, "Oh, but I don't want to do that," okay. No, like, "Oh, well, that shows that you don't have hard work, or you need to become more mentally resilient." I'm not gonna expect you to be mentally resilient like me. You're not me. You're a woman. You don't want to do that. You want to be happy and sunshine and rainbows, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with you being like that. Here's my advice for women: be direct and tell the guy you like them. LOL. I will agree with that. Like some women, you have to understand. Like, unfortunately, for like if you boost the hell out of his ego, that's like the pro strategy for women to get a guy to like you. Boost his ego, boost his ego, boost his ego. I'm being serious. I'm being so serious. Like, it's literally the easiest pro strategy for a girl if you genuinely, and you should, like, first off, if you like the guy, then you should get the feminine urge to ego boost him anyway. Women love ego boosting a guy if they really like him. So that's the thing is if you really like him, there's no reason not to. Some women hold it back because they don't want to boost the guy's ego because they want to show that they're, like, used to it when they're really not. Bad idea. Really, really, really bad idea. I know you think that works because it works for you because you don't think the way that you think, which I had to learn, obviously. Like, you think that, like, when someone pulls back from you, you want them more, so you think that works on men. It doesn't work at all. This is the weirdest thing that women think. It's the craziest thing. I don't understand how the fuck that happened. It doesn't make any sense at all. But I'll tell you right now, if you actually want a guy to like you, you boost the living fuck out of his ego, which is not what you do as a man. You do the opposite of that as a man. You never boost a woman's ego ever in a million years, okay? Because then she's only going to treat you like shit, okay? Especially the hot ones. Okay, if she's uglier, it's a little different. But she's hot and you're boosting her ego, you're a little piece of, like, fucking speck to her. You're, like, nothing to her now because you boosted her ego. So fuck that. Never do that. Be funny. And, like, that's the pro strategy for a dude if you want a girl like you. Just be funny. Be funny. And obviously don't try to be funny. Like, just be funny, okay? And that's why I say reps. The more reps you get in, the more it's easy to figure out, like, what kind of humor works for you with girls. Like, what's funny, what's not. You know what I mean? So that's why I say reps. Reps, reps, reps. It all goes back to reps. Because if you talk to 1,000 women, you don't need to hear shit from me. You have all the data and experience from those thousands of women you talk to. You feel what I'm saying? Sorry, I've been not reading this. What time do you usually live stream? Night. What's happening? Soon bro's gonna be selling courses. No, 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 no. I would listen to anyone. Why are you talking about women so much? I don't think it matters if you're a guy or a girl. We all date and experience life together. What's the stream about? I think if the man is able to have perspective, it's okay. All right, favorite superhero? Batman. Why do I start to hate girlfriend a couple months into a relationship? Because I don't know. What the fuck? You don't know how to choose a girl? Like, who, like, I don't understand. Like, if I'm making a girl my girlfriend, like, she needs to be quite literally, like, perfect, okay? So that's going to be a very, very long time from now. So the idea that, like, you hate someone that you chose to, like, be in a long-term relationship, I think as a man, you need to work on your decision-making, and everything that goes wrong in that situation will be a lesson for you. I'm sorry. Jake, I'm back. Whatever. Remember, LL. YouTube is just weird. Sometimes it does weird stuff, and nothing makes sense. But yeah, hi, what up, huh? What the hell, Jake? Bro, you just, hello, I have been, okay. So maybe the real question isn't how to push harder. What kind of foundation doesn't depend on emotion at all. I don't know, dude. What if we boost everyone who doesn't have a big ego because it's a nice thing to do, man or woman? I think that's important. I think being nice to random people in general is important. But if we're talking about purely like dating dynamics and like a woman's like, how do I get this man to like me more? Boost his ego. It's the number one strategy. It's the pro strategy. It's so funny when women are like, oh, but I don't want to like boost his ego. Like I boost his ego for nothing. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, this is such a weird fucking thing to say. Like, that's the weirdest fucking thing I've ever heard. I made him feel better about himself for nothing. I made him more confident in himself for nothing. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Who says that shit? It's the weirdest fucking thing. Like, I'm being so serious. When I see people talk about that, about their dude, I'm like, bro, you need to fucking find a girl that's going to boost the living fuck out of your ego. Because I'm telling you right now, once you actually find those girls that do boost your ego, you never want any other way. You realize, oh, this is how it's actually supposed to go. This is, like, once you realize, oh, this is how they're actually supposed to talk to me. Oh, they're actually supposed to boost me all the time. Oh, they're actually supposed to compliment every single thing about me. You know what I mean? Once you experience it, then you're like, I never want anything else. So I'm happy that I got to experience a girl that genuinely boosted the living fuck out of my ego, because now I never expect anything else from a woman. Like, you're never going to be a woman, and I'm not going to expect you to boost the fuck out of my ego. Now, obviously, I'm going to be a great man. I'm going to make a shit ton of money, get jacked, become the best version of myself. So then it's, you know, you have the feminine urge to comfortably boost my ego. But I'm telling you right now, 1 trillion %, the best dating dynamics for sure is the boost of the ego. 1 trillion % for the woman. Maybe she boosted a little too much. Nope. Here's the thing. It boosted great because now I'm very confident. I'm happy with myself. You might be bothered because women hate seeing confident men unless they're with them. So that might piss you off. But no. I like having a high ego. I love it, actually. I like being good looking. I like winning at life. I like helping other people win at life. I like when other people have a high ego and say, hey, this guy has a high ego. I'm going to get a high ego too, because it's actually how you do life. And then you have a high ego. I have a high ego. Let's make some money together. Let's win at life together. You know what I mean? I don't understand why just because I have a high ego, that means other people can't have a high ego. You can have a high ego too. You're allowed to. We're all allowed to have high egos. You know what I mean? But I think the issue is people see that I have a high ego and then they get bothered because they don't. But the truth is, you're allowed to have a high ego, okay? I have a high ego, and I want you to have a high ego too, okay? Because I want you to actually enjoy your life. I think all marriages would be better if the woman boosted the dude's ego more, right? And marriages would be better if a dude worked harder so the woman had felt the urge to boost his ego. That's as simple as that. But yeah, no, I find it hilarious whenever I'm like egotistical and women get bothered by it. So the hot ones don't get bothered by it. You know what I mean? The hot ones that like me don't get bothered by it. You know what I mean? It's only the ones that are like just pissed off that like I have power in dating. It's the funniest fucking thing of all time. It's like women get so pissed off at it when they see a dude that knows he has power and knows he can get girls and doesn't give a fuck and isn't like this like pussy that like beats around the bush and says what women want. They, for whatever reason, really hate it. But you don't get boosted unless you're a good person. That's not true at all. That's completely incorrect. Like, that's not true at all. There's a lot of bad things that I did that completely boosted the living fuck out of my ego as a man. As a woman, that might be true. I think women should be really good people. I think that's the best way to date as a woman. Not as a dude, though. No. No. As a dude, you have to be, like, strong and, like, capable and, like, winning at life and, like, you know, attractive. As a woman, you just need to be peaceful and nice. It's very, very, very simple. But yeah, no, I definitely had a lot of ego boosts in my life from women, especially this past year. And it made the romantic experiences a lot better. I got a lot more dopamine from the romantic experiences. I enjoyed like seeing them. I enjoyed our conversations. I thought our conversations were smooth. I enjoyed their smiles. I enjoyed the back rubs. I enjoyed all the fun times. You know what I mean? Like I can still be like, you know, sentimental about it and say it was a really deep emotional connection that I really enjoyed while still saying that she boosted the living fuck out of my ego and I enjoyed the living fuck out of that. There's nothing wrong with that. You could have both, not mutually exclusive. World's least obnoxious frat guy. I'm not in a frat, bro. I'm not in a frat. I am just in college, just vibing. Okay, bet I believe you. Women want simps. You are a Sigma. Women enjoy simps giving them attention. Went to the gym, going to the gym, at least in summer. I'd be like, yep, you're not a good-looking man. Do you mind if I speak German because English is not? I think that's not true. What's not true? I mean, like, here's the issue. Everything that I've said right now is true for me. It's my own data. Maybe it's not true for someone else. Maybe someone else had a different experience. But for me personally, this is my truth. This is my truth. It's my data. It's what happened to me. You know what? Maybe if my life played out differently, I'd have different thoughts and different truths. But for what my life has played out to be, this is what I know to be true. Could it change? Sure. I could go through life and things could change, things could evolve. But right now, so far, based off of my life and experiences and romance, I've noticed that that has gone the best. My best romantic experiences with the girls that boosted my ego the most. Okay? And don't we all just want good romantic experiences? Don't we all want to live happily ever after? Isn't that the move? And I don't think women understand that men genuinely, like, that's how they emotionally connect with women, is when you boost their ego. I'm being serious. Women don't emotionally connect with men that way. They get turned off by men that boost their ego because they think, oh, why does this guy, like, submit to me? Like they get, like, grossed out by it. Like, they're like, no, like, you should be, like, better than me. I mean, how you doing, brother? All these gendered argument strategies for getting people in glamifying dating ruins normal love, LMAO. In my opinion. Yeah, I agree. But also, I mean, maybe it's the college I went to, but, like, what the fuck? There was no normal love going on in the first place. Like, in what world was anything normal? You know what I mean? Like, when I got into the dating scene, I was thinking the same thing. Like, wait a second, none of these women are doing, like, normal love shit. Like, it's all, like, they're just dating and, like, you know, dating around and, like, dating multiple people and have zero, like, they don't care at all. Like, they're not, like, feel bad about it. They don't give a fuck. They're, like, proud to do it. So I started, like, kind of taking their, like, strategies. I'm like, okay, I'll just date too. I'll just date a bunch of women and see what the fuck happens. And I realized, oh, you're allowed to do that. Women kind of get pissed off, which is funny, because they'll be like, oh, yeah, you better not be talking to other girls. I'm like, wait, but didn't you just, you know what I mean? But that's different, you know what I mean? They don't see it that way. But the funny thing is, they'll still get mad at you for talking to other girls. They won't leave you. Not for every woman. Yeah, the women that are hot and, you know, wanted me, that was for them, okay? Like, I'm sorry. That's what I noticed for hot women. Maybe shit's different for other people. I don't know. So maybe the real question isn't how to push harder. The kind of foundation doesn't spend emotion at all. Women will boost bad boys and not good, nice guys. I mean, that's the black pill that I kind of had to deal with for a little bit. And that's why I'm low-key, like, kind of, you know, passionate about it. Because I got such good dopamine and romantic experiences from women when I started kind of playing that bad boy role, as they like to say, and not being a good, nice guy. And I know it's difficult for women to hear that because they're like, fuck, really? That happened to you? Like that? Yes, that was my experience. That's my experience for women. That's how I see women. They reward bad guys and they don't reward nice guys. That's my perspective. Okay? That's what you guys did to me, just so you know. I'm letting you know. Like, that's what happened. Okay? Could it change? I don't know. But right now, that's what happened. That's where I'm at with it. And people could be like, oh, well, that's a bad way to think. Like, you're never going to have, like, good relationships. It's like, no. I've had the best emotional connections with women and the best romantic relationships ever with thinking that way. So, unfortunately, no. The data doesn't add up. You know what I mean? Do I wish the data looked different? Fuck yeah. Oh my gosh. If it was me being a nice person and getting more women, I wish the data looked like that. I really wish it did. But it quite literally doesn't. It looks the complete opposite. It looks like, wait a second, put in less work, she's obsessed with you. Wait a second, text her barely, and then she's obsessed with you. Wait a second, she's being so passionate when we're together. Why is she so obsessed with me? Why is she begging to hang out with me? When I'm putting in zero effort, I basically act like she doesn't exist. What the fuck? You know what that, like, does to a guy, like, mentally, when they're like, okay, I guess this is the only way I'm gonna get emotional, like, romantic connections is when I act this way. It's the women's fault for rewarding me for that. I'm telling you right now, if that never happened,